everyone, thank you for joining me. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to me. I do appreciate it. Right, I've just come on today to show you a few projects that I've been doing lately. I've been making some cards and I've got some other bits and pieces to show you. So first of all, I'll show you this one, which I used a panel die across the top there, and there is some embossing. I'll see if I can you see the embossed flowers there? So that's been embossed. That's using a panel die, which oh, here it is. If I can just guess it without everything falling off this pile. Oh, I'll just have to put this down a moment. Oh, sorry about that. It's this. I got it free in, excuse me, in a magazine last year. It could be, oh, is it Apple Blossom Dies? Something like that. But anyway, I got that free in a magazine, and it's beautiful because you can put colours underneath. I'm going to do some more of these, all with different backing papers, so you get different colours showing through. And a little butterfly there, which I've die cut twice. There we are. And just stuck the top one on the middle there. And that one is that die there, which is an X-cut die, that one. So that's that one. The next one is this. I've been cutting a lot of daffodils out. These are stamped. This is from a Paper Mania daffodil stamp set that I bought years ago. It was in aid of Marie Curie. It was a special edition, so I take it wouldn't be around for sale now. But it's a nice stamp set. I've just used the daffodil, and I've stamped and cut out the main flower, and then stamped and cut out a lot of the inner bits. And I don't know if you can see, but they're just raised a little bit, these on the top, to give them a bit of depth. And also I've mixed up different shades of yellow, cream and lemons and brighter yellow. And this at the back is using that panel die that I've just shown you, put on 3 times. I don't put any sentiments on my cards until I send them, so although I might keep this one. I do keep, when I make something different that I haven't made before, I do keep one and put them all in a box, and then if I ever run out of ideas I can look through the box and I think, oh, I'll make that one, that's nice. So because this is the first one that I've made of this one, and also the one I showed you before, they're the first ones of the type I've made, so they will go in my box for inspiration, and I shall make some more. It's a beautiful panel die, that is. Now seeing those daffodils has just reminded me that I haven't got something ready that I was going to show you, so just excuse me one moment. Sorry about that, should have been more prepared. In fact, one of these was on my desk and I put it on the shelf. I don't know what I was thinking of. So there, using the daffodil stamps again, I stamped and cut out loads and loads. As I've said before, even though I've got a die cut, well, I've got 2 die cutting machines, lots and lots of lovely dies, I still like stamping and cutting out myself. So I've done loads and loads of these daffodils, as you can see, and I've made a box card. Now it's a different dimension to any of the box cards I've made before. So if you just bear with me. Oops. I've always made them like this before, the tall ones, like that. Always made them like that. And then in a magazine I saw some smaller ones. Oh, sorry about that. See, the box only comes up to there. It's about half the size. So I made that one, and I've embossed. There again, I think you can see it better on the yellow card. The flower. Oh no, it's a different. No, it's a different flower embossing folder actually. I've just started using embossing folders. I've had some for quite a while. I never really got into using them, but I've started now. And I love them. They absolutely transform a plain piece of card. So all the panels have been done like that, and I put a piece of ribbon there, and then that's the back, some white card, and then inside are the little bars. I'll show you better from the other side perhaps. There's 2 bars in here, and then you fix whatever you want onto it. I've done lots and lots of the other type, but never one like this, and I should be making more like this. I like the dimensions of it. So those are the daffodils that I stamped and cut out, and then I put leaves. These I just made a template. I just got a piece of card, cut out that shape and cut it out. I've got it somewhere here. Oh, it'll be in here. Yeah, I did a few of these. Now these are very, very rough templates. As you can see, I just cut them out, different sizes, slightly different shapes. I've got a box full of daffodils, gone daffodil mad. So I'm going to make some more of these cards and use the daffodils for other things. Just into daffodils at the moment. So there's that one and that one, which are just the same colours but the other way round. So this one, there you are, you can see them. They're just yellow and white, but used the other way around. And I've used a border punch on that one instead of ribbon. Done some of the centres orange there, because daffodils are all sorts of different shades. They're not just yellow. So anyway, I was pleased with those. So that's those. The next one to show you is this one, using some dies onto a piece of card. That's the colour card, that's underneath, so it all coordinates. And one of those butterflies there. So that's that one. And then using the same, oops, nearly about to fall on the floor. Same die, but with totally different colour papers. Behind there is this paper, and then the flowers a cream punched flower, and then the smaller one in this paper to go on the top. So that's that one. I've just got into these, I had some lovely dies that I won earlier in the year, and I'd never had anything like these dies before, and I just enjoyed using them so much. They're tonic dies. I was lucky enough to win a huge amount of goodies from Tonic, and that these dies were part of it. So this has been layered, that's been layered onto a pale yellow card, that's slightly darker, and then I put a butterfly on a scalloped card. Then using one of my die sets again that I won. It was a different die set. I made that one. That's the die set, and that's one. Looks like a trellis. It could look lacy. So that's all been layered up with butterflies on. That's a very similar one in different colours. That same die set. That's the same die set as well, again in different colours. So I'm not making daffodils, I'm cutting out these dies. They're lovely. Then something totally different. I've made a lot of cards for adults, if you like, and I needed some for children because I send a lot of cards out to children. And I also had a drawer full of scraps of card, and I couldn't get any more in the drawer. I couldn't shut the drawer, they were hanging out, they were driving me mad. So I came up with this idea to use some of the scraps up. So I've just punched out a star and a smaller star, and I've layered them all up, put them round, and these, I think they're called Bella and Boo. They're Bella and Boo. So a lot of toppers, and this is one of them. So I've put that, I layered that up, tried to match the colours of the matten layers to this, which of course matches in with all this. And then inside I've done the same, room to write a message. So I did 2 of those for boys, so obviously I'll just show you the one. And then I did this one, again with the Bell and Boo topper. You can buy packs of them from the range. And I did flowers on this one, so that was a punched flower and then a smaller punched flower in the middle, all the way around, and I did the same inside. And I think personally I think they look quite attractive. So not only have I made some cards for the children, but I've used up a lot of the scraps. So those are the cards that I've made, and I've done some cross stitching. I like to do cross stitching, and I bought a cross stitch magazine. It was just full of, I don't know how many charts, lots and lots of charts, but anyway, they've got this, there's 6 of these in different colours in this book, so I'm working my way through them. So that's my first one. Just try and show you a bit closer. 3 shades of purple there, and then the bow, and the only back stitching is on the bow. So I'm not a fan of back stitch. I like to do the cross stitching, and then I like to get on to the next thing. It's like when I'm knitting. I like knitting, but I don't like the sewing up afterwards. When I finish knitting, I just want to get on to the next project. As I say, it's the same with back stitch, so there's only a little bit on that one. So I've done that one and about half of another one. So I'm not sure yet if they'll go on cards or what I'll do, but I just enjoy doing it. And that's very, very simple, that is, to do. Right, and last of all, before I go, just a couple of blankets that I've done. As I said before in a previous video, using up leftovers of wool. So I've just been using a lot of leftovers up this last couple of weeks with the card, using the scrap card on those cards, and using up the leftover bits of wool. I've done that one and that one. They're only little. They're about 18 inches square. Some 18 to 20 inches. I usually do them because they're for the premature babies. So if they're using them in the incubators, all the little cots, they don't need to be too big. So I'm carrying on with these, working my way through all my bits of wool, and I think that's about it for now. I just wanted to do a bit of a catch-up, what I've been doing. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've been up to. If you have, it'd be nice if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That would be nice as well. And if you could leave me a comment. I always answer comments. So I do appreciate you taking the time to comment, and I've had some very nice things said about my videos, so I do appreciate that very much. So that's all for now, and I'll see you very soon, everyone. Bye bye.